Hello lovelies! Sorry, on top of everything I'm getting sick apparently. Probably because my boyfriend's like being horribly ill and now I'm finally getting it, so But yeah, I've got quite a bit of recording to do today of a few different things, and I thought I'd stop and do a Q&A video because I haven't done one in a little while. So I've just went on to the Tumblr that I have set up for that sort of thing and just having looked through, so I'm just going to answer some questions from there. Okay, so the first one is from Anonymous and it says, what's your favourite World of Warcraft class? Now, bearing in mind that I have recently decided to give up on World of Warcraft, I hate the new expansions, I really hate them, and I think the last straws, I finally got all my spells in order again after being away from World of Warcraft for so long and everything being changed. I finally had things kind of set up how I wanted them, and then I logged back on, and the new expansion came out and all my spells were going again. I was like, fuck it! So I've given up on that game, unfortunately, because it was a great love of mine quite a few years ago, but I'm done. So I'm not sure if my answer would be the same these days, but certainly back sort of up until about Wrath of the Lich King, which is just when I stopped playing, was just before Cataclysm. Warlock, always Warlock, that's like all I ever played. I kind of played on like Mage and stuff a little bit, but I never had like a high level character, it was always Warlock for me. Someone wants to know what's my favourite band slash singer or artist. I've said it a million times with like favourite questions, I don't ever have favourites, I just have things I like at the time. What do I like at the minute? Weirdly, I quite like Placebo at the minute. I've never been like a huge Placebo fan or anything, but I've just kind of been enjoying it at the minute, I suppose. And Marilyn Manson and stuff, so I don't know really at the minute, but I never have like dead favourites. Someone wants to know how long me and my boyfriend have been together. I think it'll be 5 years in April. 5 years in April the 8th. So woo, that's coming up soon. Jesus, I didn't even realise. Someone wants to know, when it comes to work and my career and such, do I hide my piercings? Well, obviously right now my career is YouTube, so no. But even whenever, every job I've had, I've never had to hide my piercings personally, just because the places didn't consider it an issue, so I've never had an issue with my piercings. But whenever I was in school I had to have my piercings, and you know, because that wasn't that long ago. And let me think how to hide them. With my septum, that was really easy because I just wore a horseshoe and you can flip it up. I might do a whole video sometime on hiding piercings for school and stuff, because I was the master of it and I like kind of taught everyone how to do it and I was forever driving the teachers crazy. But yeah, so with the septum I just flip it up. With my lip piercings you can get like clear barbells. What I'd literally do is just take the ball off and then it would just be left a little stump which you can barely see, and if I saw a teacher kind of like looking at my face like, you know, as if they'd seen it, I'd just kind of, you can just suck it back into your mouth and I'd just do that and be like, nothing there. The nose was a little bit, I used to have my nose pierced and then it closed up because I'd like lost the bar and forgot to get a new one. With that was a bit harder. I'd had it for a while, so I kind of just took it in and out, which isn't great for them, but you can also get like little clear sort of things which aren't hugely noticeable. So what I did was I just have that in and that was usually fine. And like, you always have some teachers who are kind of lenient, and then you have the real asshole teachers. So I would just keep it in for most of the day with the teachers I liked, and then if I knew I was going to have a class with like a real douchebag, then I would just kind of take it out for that class and then put it back in, because that was the easiest way to do it. And then as extension to that, they said they've had several people say that piercings are unprofessional and what I think on it. Piercings are not unprofessional, that's ridiculous, that's such an outdated like sort of thing from back, you know, years ago. Piercings are very common these days and there's nothing unprofessional about them. It's just a little piece of facial jewellery, and I don't see why it's any different to having your ears pierced. It's the same thing. You know, fair enough maybe if you're working in the food industry and you have like everything in your face stretched to huge sizes and there's like a risk of it falling out. I can understand, you know, things like that, but little studs like a wee septum piercing or a wee lip piercing, no. Like, someone wants to know if they wanted to get into alternative modelling while in college, how would they go about it? Now it's harder for me to answer this because how I got into alternative modelling probably isn't how other people are going to get into alternative modelling. With me it was a complete fluke. It was not something I pursued, it was because people started pursuing me for it and then it just kind of went from there. But if it's something that you're not already involved in, that you actually want to get involved in, my best advice is just get someone to take good clear shots for you. They don't have to be like super professional, but you know, clear shots, full body, you know, face ones, just to show how you look, and quite a few, you know, sort of showing your style. And then just join a website like Model Mayhem or Purple Port or whatever it is you have where you are, and just start looking for people to work with. But always be safe, always bring someone. If you're meeting like a photographer you don't know, just, you know, just be careful with it. Someone wants to know, what do I like most about the goth style? I don't know. I don't think there's any one thing that I really love about it more than anything else. It's just something I love as a whole. And because there's so many different sort of, there's goth, but there's so many little subcategories within goth, it would be very hard for me to say I like this thing because, for instance, at the minute I'm very into like this sort of fashion. I would sort of call it like maybe like high fashion goth or something. Like, it's basically taking inspiration from runways, taking that sort of inspiration. So at the minute I really like very drapey fabrics, a lot of black, and that sort of thing. And obviously, quite recently I was very into gothic Lolita and stuff, so it kind of depends what fashion I'm really into at that moment, and it just so happens at the minute my main thing would probably be very drapey, flowy fabrics. Someone wants advice for starting YouTube. Best advice I can say is just sit down in front of your camera, think of something you want to talk about or something you want to do, and start doing it. There's not really any special way of going about starting, you just have to do it. Someone wants to know, if I had any superpower, what would it be? It would be like a toss-up between three things. I suppose the least important, I'd like to be able to go invisible if I wanted to, but that's not hugely up there. Flying would be a big one, and then I think it would majorly tie with like telekinesis, like be able to move things with my mind and stuff. Like, I would love to be able to do that. So probably telekinesis and stuff, I'd say. Someone wants to know if I will do a boyfriend tag video. We actually filmed one like last June or something, and then half of it went missing, which is why it hasn't went up. Hold on. Ugh, my rib. I recently got a bunch of files off my old laptop, so I'm gonna have another hunt and see if I can find it, but I think it's gone. So if it is, we'll definitely re-record one. It's just finding the time because he's always at work, and then on the weekends we have metal ass gaming to do, and it's just like a nightmare finding time to do anything, but I'll try to get that done. Someone wants to know what my favourite hairstyle I do is. I really can't do anything with my hair. I don't know, I am so bored of it. Like, even right now it keeps falling over my freaking eye the whole way through this video. I'm like but I don't know, I'm really not good with hair, so I don't really have a favourite. It just depends what I'm in the mood for. I tend to just wear it down most of the time, and like either a middle part or a side part. That's kind of the extent of my hair. I miss my dreads so much, but the last time I put them in they were done way too tight and they really hurt, and it was just a nightmare. That's kind of put me off doing it again because it takes so long to put them in, but I'll probably get them back at some point. Favourite insect, that's an interesting one. Again, I don't have like dead set favourites. I really like moths, like a lot. I love moths, and if it was favourite insect that I've like kind of owned, it would be praying mantises. I've kept quite a few praying mantises at this point, and even like got my mum obsessed with them. They're the funniest little pets, seriously. They're so interesting to watch, and they're just so cute. Like, for a bug, they have so much personality. I love them. Praying mantises are so cute. Anonymous says, hi, I was wondering if you ever struggle sticking to one style or genre of clothing. I know style shouldn't limit you and everyone should wear what they want to, but do you ever just see anything bright pink or something incredibly not goth, want to wear it? Yeah, all the time, and I don't try to stay, I don't say no, I can't wear that. Like, if it's something I really want, I'll get it. Like, I have a bright pink dress over there that has like, fair enough, has like little skulls and stuff on it, but it is like pink. And I also have like a baby pink tracksuit, which I'm yet to wear because I wanted to like embroider stuff on it and kind of make it a bit more goth, but still, like, baby pink Regina George mom tracksuit. If there's something that's not goth and I want to wear it, I'll wear it anyway. I don't really care. Someone wants to know how I met my boyfriend. I actually met him on Bebo, of all places. I don't even know if people remember Bebo or if it was even really a thing in America or not. I don't know. It is like a Facebook-y type thing that is dead now, along with like MySpace and stuff, and we met on there. He's English, but he lived in Wales at the time, and then we got talking, and then one thing led to another, and then he moved here, and we've been living together for a long time. This isn't necessarily a question from this Tumblr, but people have been asking how I cracked my rib. It's really dumb, but right, basically, like, me and my boyfriend, if we're like kind of walking through the house or another thing, if we pass each other, we tend to just stop for a wee hug. That's what we do. We'll just kind of stand hug. And like, he does this thing, and it's like, it's really silly, but it's just like, couples have like the weird things they do, and he'll like squeeze me, and I'm like, huh? Because you make a funny noise when you get squeezed, so we'll sit and do that. And then the other day he was doing that, and he like squeezed me, and I was like, huh? But then he squeezed me like another time, and I just felt this like, and I was like, and like immediately I knew, like, it didn't necessarily like hurt in the same way it hurts now immediately, but I knew something like wasn't right, and I like backed up. I was like, whoa, no, something. And then like kind of we went to bed, and I woke up the next morning, and I was like, oh my god. So that's what happened of all things. Boyfriend squeezed me too hard. Okay, that's about all I have time for right now, mostly because my rib is really starting to hurt, so I need to just lie down and stretch myself out. But I hope you enjoyed this Q&A. If you want to see my next one, I'm actually thinking of kind of doing one involving all things goth, because I get a lot of things like specifically relating to that. So if you have any questions like specifically regarding like gothy things, go ahead and send them into my question Tumblr. It's in the link in the description box, and I'll do my best to answer it in my next Q&A. I hope you enjoyed this. Remember to stay to the end for some links, and there'll be some links down below as well. And yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks. Bye.